All right, good morning, everybody. This is Cal once again. Can you hear me loud and clear? If yes, give me a thumbs up. If not, just key there, loud and clear. All right, let me hear you guys loud and clear. Okay, come on, guys. If you can hear me loud and clear, please do that. Morning to you, Cheng Kui. Morning to you, Eric. Morning to you, Judy, Fred, Colleen, Brian, Min Hui, and Janet. All right, good morning to all of you. All right, as long as you greet me, I will definitely greet you back. All right, good morning to all of you once again. All right, loud and clear. Good, exactly, good. Thank you, Carl. Thank you, Janet. Eric, thank you. All right, this morning you can feel from my voice itself, right? It's kind of energetic. No, actually, I only slept like for 4 hours yesterday. But when I was doing this morning MAO material, I just want to laugh because what happened is that I woke up at about 5 o'clock this morning, 5:30 to be precise. Then at 5:30 when I woke up, right, and I saw my hand. I mean, first thing obviously is I was looking at my handphone, and then I look at the scoreline of the game between England and Germany. Then of course, the thing is this, okay. A friend of mine was asking me before the game, asking me, Cal, what do you think the scoreline will be? And I was very clear, asked him this question. I said, hey, brother, who is the market betting on? And he said that everybody is betting Germany to win. Yeah, Germany to win, exactly. All right. So I said, oh, okay, then England should win. But that was just basically what I just felt. And I just tell my friend. So apparently my friend was saying, hell, Cal, you got it correct. I say that, yeah. Okay. Then after that, I watched the game, the highlight with my son. For the first, it was an 8-minute highlight, ridiculous, very long. But the point is this, the first 6 minutes was really super boring. That was really just tackles and tackles and tackles. There's no clear shot on goal until, of course, the 2 goals came. Okay. Now, what at that moment, suddenly it just bounced on me. I was just wondering myself, wait a minute, this is played when again? And apparently, of course, I heard the commentary was saying that it's played at Wembley, right? So Wembley is in England, right? So England, UK, right? So we're talking about UK, England, and we have all the fans jumping up and down, so, all cheering and stuff like that. And we all just know that UK has the highest number of COVID cases in a single day. All the question mark come in. I was just wondering, did I get my thing get correctly? So of course, on the way to the office, I went through all the materials. Then I realized that okay, indeed. Euro 2020 is played in UK. Okay, so you got my point there, and that's the reason why this morning we have this little sharing here, because I'm lost. I'm honestly very lost by this, and of course, aren't you? All right, do you know why I'm lost, by the way? Okay, all right. So let me share with you what is in my mind this morning. That's why I just came on. I just cannot stop laughing inside me. Okay, so that's why I believe that it's time for us to really take off the mask, sometime. Because it seems to be like this is really not that important anymore. So you can see that this is a scene really that the game where I think Sterling have scored the goal. England beats Germany by 2-0. And 40,000 fans in a stadium. Oh my goodness, 40,000. All right, it's not even 20,000, it's 40,000. Okay. So is COVID no more? What do you think, guys? You are now with me online right now. What do you think? With this thing here, what do you think, guys? In your opinion, is COVID no more? Please key your feel of this right now into the group chat. Now, I say once again, MAO shouldn't be just only about market views. Of course, some of you will prefer me just go to cut the chase and go straight away to the technical and then shut off. Okay, I know that that's what you want, but I feel that this is the only way that we can interact with one another. And of course, this morning, MAO, there ain't much details. In fact, it's just a lot of extra sharings, okay? So Eric just said that UK has enough population to sustain the deaths from COVID. We don't. Okay, your black swan in the making, Lester. Okay, cover more to come. Okay, all right. So I'm just, at that moment, I really do on myself. I think that Euro 2020 is played where I just cannot relate immediately, that. Okay, so let me bring you why I believe that COVID is going to end soon. I tell you that, really, I'm not kidding you, okay? See, so 40,000 fans crowded at Wembley yesterday. right, made more noise than a full house pre-COVID, okay, more than the pre-COVID. And the release from the England fan was there to see. And of course, let's take a look what happened. Let's take a look. Oh my God, look. Okay, let me just turn on the volume up a little bit for you guys. I just couldn't. Okay, okay. Okay, so that is just one of it. And of course, okay, and the thing is this, okay, before the game, okay, before games, not that game itself, before games, everybody put on masks. During the game, we take off the mask, okay? That's one thing that I just kind of laugh over it. And of course, when the reporter cover the games, they also put on masks, okay? Which is like correct, right? Yeah, what we're doing in Singapore, right? But the problem is, take a look, okay? The COVID cases in Finland linked to UFA Euro 2020. More people, about 300 cases in Finland linked to Euro 2020, okay? That's one thing. And there's players getting test positive. I mean, they were not positive on the way there, but they're positive there, okay? And apparently, like games like this, they will miss the Croatia Euro 2020 last 16. So it means that before the last 16, they have been playing the pre-game, right, the preliminary. So the question is then they didn't pass around. You understand my point? Okay, like this guy, right? He's being tested. So I'm just so baffled by this. I said that okay. Then I got one more video for you, which I forgot to add in. Just give me a moment. Fans. I tell you, I just laugh. I mean, really, I just really want to. I'm just laughing. You know, just really laughing. Hey, where's my wait? Just give me a moment. Hey, why that? Okay. Okay. Look at this video. Okay, the sound is gone, but it doesn't matter. You can see that this is okay. They are definitely very excited. They are very definitely shouting their lungs out, enjoying. Okay, that's not the end. Wait out for a bit more. Look at it. Oh my goodness. Okay, look at it. Seriously, come on, guys. I mean, we Singapore here is trying to make sure we take ourselves careful and take vaccine and stuff. So that's why I cannot tell you this. We don't need Sinovac anymore. We just need to fight Pfizer, Moderna, all these things. Enough. Look at the way they celebrate. Oh my goodness. We should already open up and we should have everyone now go gathering together and enjoy our dinner together. Really, and hug each other. Really, we need the hug, right? Anyway. I mean, seriously, this is really incredible. So when I see all this, right, I can't ask myself, right, what am I doing here? You know, whatever it is. All right. So all I can tell you is this, guys, disclaimer. Okay. This is really insane. All right. I cannot really tell you how I feel this morning. I feel that I'm really in the wrong world. Okay, disclaimer as usual. All right, please understand this. Whatever I share today is really, you need to do your own risk management. It's very, very important. And end of the day, seriously, just follow the chart. That will make your life much, much easier. Okay, all this news, COVID, anything is kind of really no longer makes any sense really. All right. So if you're okay, that means you give me identify me. Let's continue now. Before market starts, we have the China A50 have started trading. Now China A50 is trading upwards now. Okay, slightly higher at the moment, China A50. And of course, we expect the Hong Kong market to open pretty soon. Hong Kong market open in about 40 seconds time. All right, the MA30 is somewhere near here at 28,850. So we're going to see something over there. And of course, we're going to prepare ourselves for the Hang Seng. We're going to open in about a few more seconds time, 30 seconds. Okay, so Germany have been in nominees. I understand. Yeah, they've been nominees, and you know that Germany whacked England back then itself, right? So that's why it's understandable, but I'm just very impressed with the way they can allow this to happen. All right, that's why I'm just saying this, okay? Of course, as a diehard fan too for football, I really enjoyed the game, but I can tell you this, I just keep on laughing. Okay, I just keep on laughing nonstop this morning and now. Okay, oh, Kelsa a bit heavy, yeah? Okay, Hang Seng have just opened 29,000 The yesterday closed at 29,005. So it's slightly about 40 points higher at the moment right now. But the Hang Seng opening price is actually above the pivot one. So by right, we should see a further upside, okay? By right, we should see further upside today, okay? So Hang Seng opening price is here and its KSI is green in color. So by right, we should see trading upwards. So if you go above OP, KTR plus one should be pretty easy. Unless it really goes below the pivot one, then there could be some selling, but even the selling will be rather limited because the KSI is green. All right, there's something that I keep on drilling you guys so that I can help you guys to make money on a daily basis. Okay, that is the whole objective here of daily MAO. Okay, so we will look at the market later because there's no more movement after this. And China A50 at the moment now is kind of flat at the moment also. All right, no much movement. We will look at 9:30 later. Okay, all right, so that is Hang Seng for now. Remember, the KSI is green in color, huh? Okay. All right, so the thing is this morning, actually the original caption was this. It was the job market, okay? But of course, when the England thing came, I just changed my mind. Job market. Now, just Jerome Powell have been saying that the job market is terrible. People are not going back to work and it's very bad. But the problem is this, if you look at the data recently, the consumer confidence and the job market, oh my goodness, you must be kidding me, all right? The bosses are hiring, but there's no people working. That's the problem, okay? But of course, what's the reason for that? Okay, number one reason given is COVID, okay? People scared to be, getting COVID. But look at what happened in UK game and Germany game. The England game and this Germany game. I don't see that point of COVID, okay? That's the first thing in my mind. So they say that because they couldn't get the job they like. Oh, come on, man. The jobs are much, much more available. So the primary reason is because the governments are still giving loads of money to the people and giving a lot of incentives. And of course, the stock market is going up. So as long as these three things are all there, seriously, there's no reason for any individual to go back to work. Think about this. So the numbers don't lie, you see. The Conference Board job data suggests that the situation for job seeker has never been better. Oh my God, look at it. It was terrible at one stage during the 2020 pandemic time. But today, oh my goodness, it's before the pandemic time, before. So which means that now the situation is better than before pandemic time, but yet we are still having loads of people not working. So that means that whatever money they are flooding in the system itself is not doing the right thing. And that is a problem. So the only way to get the economy moving is to stop that money printing and let people go back to work. But of course, we know that this is not going to happen. I agree, this is not going to happen. At any one time, any problem happen again, they'll just print again. So that is why I'm saying that the data doesn't make sense. And of course, the spread between the consumer who thinks jobs are plentiful and those who are hard to come by is now at the highest. That means that the spread between the job plentiful people versus job hard to get right is now at the record level. And that was back all the way, not even 2019, okay? It's even higher now, the spread back to when? Back to year 2000 and 2000 itself. Wow, we're talking about that. So what is happening? You must be kidding me, Jerome Powell. You know what's happening, but the problem is this, you're not accepting this and you're just kicking the can down the road, okay? So that is why I'm telling you guys this. This is incredible. So that's why to be a successful trader, all right, in trading and investing, it's not about how much you make, but rather how much you don't lose, it matters. So very clear at the moment now, right? Everybody is pretty happy with the current situation. There's no reason to be panicked. And that's the reason why I say this. We don't need to care all these fundamental news because it doesn't matter anymore, really. As long as the stock market call for buy, you just buy. If the market call for sell, you just really, really sell, okay? So this is Bernard Burrage. He is a very good investor. So before you make a trade, you need to understand your risk-reward ratio. Proper risk management is more important than making money, and I totally agree with this. As long as you know how to manage this risk side, that is whereby you know what to do. It's just like basically in simple. You aim that tall and you can't spring that far, and there's a drain, to the other side, the drain between you and the other side. If you jump and you miscalculated, you will end up in the drain and get yourself hurt, right? So this is called risk management. If you think that you cannot do it, then you don't. So at least, yeah, it may need indeed a longer route to go the other side of the road, to the other side, but at least you won't get hurt. That is called risk management, understand? So that is what I want to tell you about, okay? So be a successful TWB trader, you need to do risk management. And later on, Arun will be telling you about this, all right? The point is this, Eric just said that social security, welfare, providing support for them to look for a job that meets their expectation instead of jobs that meet to do in reality. Yes, indeed, it's expectation versus reality. So now everybody now is so used and comfortable with that, working at home, reasonable pay or higher pay. That is a problem here again. So that's the reason why when you basically don't take the iron fist to rule, you take the easier way out, that's a problem. No? So that's the reason why you cannot deny that, that with Singapore will not keep on printing money, because they also don't want to be moving towards that part. But for our Western counterparties, they don't really see that point because they have their political life to position to take care of and stuff like that. So let me tell you all the good reason to stay long for today in the market. All right. First of all, you can see that S&P 500 is up for the 5th straight day. Now, apparently now, you see that it's just basically going in circle. Now, initially was NASDAQ. Then after that, the Dow Jones. Then now S&P 500. Before that was Russell 2000. You realize that every day, one particular index, okay, or sector is being motivated upwards. And it seems that it's just going round and round while the rest are actually taking profit. And you can see now the Russells is coming off a bit apparently. Okay, and the this NASDAQ now is going to be it's leading a little bit upside S&P 2, and the Dow Jones is kind of flat. So it seems that they are doing rotational play within one another, and this is, to me, is distribution. But of course, because it's keep on scaling higher, right, it becomes like accumulation. So it's very difficult for me to explain, but all I can tell you is careful, brace yourself. But undeniable, the consumer confidence is really, wow, look at it. Yesterday, the consumer confidence increased in June, and currently is the highest ever since the first surge in March 2020. Oh my God. So that means that people are getting very, very confident. So isn't that what Jerome Powell wants? Indeed, that is exactly what Jerome Powell wants. But the question is this, the economy is not recovering as it is. So that is a problem, all right? And of course, now, because people start to realize that, hey, you know what, my stock market is doing well, and I have applied our jobs to do just I doesn't want, and the stock market is doing well, I'm making a lot of money on the side, and inflation, come on, it's just like COVID, we just live with it. So now apparently prices are going upwards, expectation is there, but there's no reason to be afraid of, because now apparently people are accepting this. Inflation is no longer a problem. Apparently, now the people there are taking inflation as it's just part of life, and it probably is short term, it could be transitory. So basically, in short, everybody is spending. So there's a good part of this is that basically now they accept inflation. So the money, the value that they are going to spend is higher. So this is what Federal Reserve really want. And it seems to be going towards there. But the problem is this, again, the data doesn't show. So that's the question here. It is a soft data that's doing well, but the hard data is not doing well. So that is the difference between the soft data and the hard data. You understand the difference there? Okay, all right. So we can see that it's a very well-controlled ship. Look at it. Every time the 10-year yields want to go up, right? Every time it gets pulled back down. So it seems to be whether the market bad or good, as long as the yield doesn't go up. That's why, remember this recently, one of the top 4 US bank CEO says, right, if there is going to be any inflation, oh, sorry, my bad, it's not him, it's Tom Lee that said that. Okay, so Tom Lee says this, okay, that as long as the 10-year yield is not going up, right, there's nothing to worry, because the 10-year yield is supposed to be the key barometer for the market. So if the 10-year yield is not going to go up at all, then there's no reason to be panicked. So that's the reason why he said that's what inflation. You're talking about inflation, the yields are not showing. So you see my point now, the market has constructed itself to move in that manner. And that is the reason why you can see market is no longer performing in the way that it's supposed to be. All right. So I hope that this clarify everything and make sure that you guys understand why is it like that right now in the current situation in the market. Okay. Pretty cool stuff, right? Indeed. Okay. So that is what's happening right now in the market. And of course, what we saw in the cryptocurrency space is also doing well right now. Bitcoin has crossed the 34,000 mark, and I told you guys. So 34,000 is crossed, and now it's trading at 36,000. And Ethereum is also now at 2,200. Okay, so all these are coming up because why? People are buying back in again. There's so much money to spend on, and the bettered market is the one. So remember this. Just a couple of weeks ago, when we called for sell in cryptocurrency, it came down. Then after that, hit a low end. And I told you guys, once sooner or later, this market will recover again. And truth be told, now it's going up. So you always realize this in trading. It's always like that. When the market is going down, okay, a bullish market is going down, you let it go down first. Then once you hit a recent level, you do risk management and you start to enter the market. That's why at 31,000, 32,000, 33,000, I did say about Bitcoin, it will be going up again. And truth be told, right now, it's up to 36,000. The only question is this, can it cross the 43,000 mark that I mentioned earlier? About 2 months ago? Well, we'll cover this later in the afternoon MAO, all right? But definitely for sure, you can see crypto is coming back. Okay, but of course, the biggest and main reason that why the market is full of buying is look at ECB. Oh my God, look at it. The ECB balance sheet now is at $7.8 trillion. Okay, 7.8 trillion. It's like almost the same level as the US Federal Reserve. Okay, so now that is the reason why globally you have all the US stocks, European counters are all at the high level because once you put in so much money, undeniable, right? So that is the point here that is basically telling you guys, we're going to see one day, we see Dow Jones hitting 50,000, all right? Maybe not this round, maybe about another 10 more years. Definitely Dow is going to hit 50,000. I can tell you that. This is something that you cannot run away because the way the whole economy now is being structured is all about money, okay? So look at it. Look at the way it went up. Look at it. It was only like 4.8 trillion and now it's at 7.8 trillion. So in short, $3 trillion was added, almost the same amount that the the US Federal Reserve did. That's the reason why the euro and the dollar didn't really move much because they move in tandem, right? So it move in tandem means that, right, no one get hurt. And that is what's happening right now in the market. Okay, so all clear on this. This is what exactly happened, and I hope that you guys are able to, see the light of the whole thing here. It is quite incredible here. Just give me a short second. Once again, whenever the market opens, I get a lot of messages coming in, and no matter I gave instruction before that, people like to still ask questions. So let me just give me a text message out. Okay, just give me a short moment on this. Okay, all right, done. Okay, so in the second half of the MAO this morning, we will talk about the record surge in home sales and why the banks are not moving and the dollar index. Okay, that will be the second half of the MAO. All right, now we have to do some housekeeping here at the moment. So remember, every day Susan will go live from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m. And of course, every other night, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Susan will also go live again from 8 to 10 p.m. All right, so this coming Friday is the non-farm payroll, all right, non-farm payroll, okay? So basically, we will go live together. Me and Susan will go live together, all right? So make sure you guys are able to, come online to do this together, all right? Now, if you want to come on into the office to do this together, we're going to limit to 8 seats, okay? 8 seats so that we have our 1 meter distance, okay? We are not in the England game, so we cannot like hug each other so near. So if you want to drop by the office to do this non-farm period together, right, later on, just contact Susan on this, okay? All right, so she's still doing very well and giving calls. Excellent, Susan. Keep it up, good work, all right? Now, of course, the main highlight this week is not about Susan and me. It's actually about this guy. Look at it. Wow. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the thing that you will be listening. You will be learning. You will be hearing from our very own Uncle Arun. Okay. Arun is going to do all these for all of us. Okay. He will talk about himself, the drive for success, how to build a fort, what's the difference between need versus greed, own money versus borrowed money, the battle of the mind, who gets who loses, the battle to the strong, the greatest game, roulette, why math is important, when to start investing, how to start investing, why index trading is addictive, risk management and exit strategy, observing patterns, the greatest strategy, the importance of MAO, and staying with strategies. All right, so wow, look at it. This is really for 1.5 hours. I'm going to actually last 2 hours, I think. Uncle Arun is going to go through all these things, all right? He's just going to have this as a caption, and he will just talk and talk and talk. Yes, this is not a talk show. This is actually an interview whereby I'm the host, just going to do simple hosting and listen. So Uncle Arun is going to pour you with all the sharing that you need to know. And of course, for those who don't know who's Uncle Arun, he's one of our top trader who makes easily probably about $50,000 to $100,000 on a monthly schedule over the last 6 months. Okay, and of course, this is the guy that you really want to hear because he has been trading and investing for the longest of time. And he definitely knows how to do it, and he's no nonsense. Trust me, because I met him several times before. I know that he's a no nonsense investor. So if you're going to tell me that Saturday you'll be very busy, you're going to be like going to watching Netflix, all right, you must be kidding me, okay? So this Saturday, 3rd of July, this is one show only for TWB students only, okay? Which means that you just have to appear. But in order to join this event and to be fair for all the hard work that we are bringing this to you, you need to bring a friend or a family member, okay? But of course, again, let's just face it, okay? Don't bring your little granddaughter down for the Zoom, okay? I know it's a family, but come on, we're talking about trading here. So invite a friend, invite a family member and join you. The registration link will be out by tomorrow. The link has going to put your name and your Zoom ID there, and your friend or family member or whoever you want to recommend to, the name and the ID must be there, because we will start opening registration from 9 a.m. onwards. Okay, from 9 a.m. we're going to open registration for you to come in. 9 a.m. Yes, the event is 11 a.m. right, but we're Gary Kiasu this time. We're going to give you to open at 9 a.m. so that we will let you in first. All right, let you in. So if you will come in late and it's a long queue, then you will hear it late. And Arun will start sharp at 11 a.m. because we will end it by 12:30 to latest 1 o'clock. So we cannot go beyond that. So if you want to like come in last minute, okay, then too bad itself, okay? All right, so we'll let you know more in details depending how many people registering. We'll tell you exactly what time you open, but you to come in early. And of course, your view cam has to be turned on. So if your view cam is switched off or we cannot find you, we just remove you to the waiting room, and that's it. That's it. Okay. So let's just be fair. Arun is going to do this. I'm very sure no student school has ever do such incredible stuff unless you go for a course. Okay. So, and this is coming from the guy who trades for a living in a way. All right. So don't miss it. All right. Uncle Arun, thank you once again. Thank you very much. I'm very impressed. I thought that only 10 topics, but when I go through it again, oh my goodness, I couldn't even squeeze them all in. Okay, thank you once again, Uncle Arun. All right, of course, you explained to you why it's called a boxman. Okay, I know what's the reason behind it. It's kind of cool though. Okay, so for the global news, wow, look at it. Singapore has went down. We are at single digit already. Yes, see, I told you, right? We can do it. All right, so very soon we're going to have our dinner with 10 people or 20 people already. Okay, so apparently now this is whereby I'm pretty shocked to see that Boris Johnson say that the country is likely to free from restriction from July the 19th. Okay, so he seemed to have the laser eye to know this. All right, but apparently now on Monday, which is just 2 days ago, UK just reported their highest number since January 30th. So I kind of really lost, but doesn't matter, okay? So he's confident that nothing will happen, all is good, all right? And no, the thing is, he says, and apparently, right, the main point is that they say that restriction to people's freedom must come to the end, okay? Wow, come to the end. I wonder which end are they looking at, okay? All right, so this is very clear. Because you must understand, in UK, around 84% of the UK adults have at least one dose, and nearly 62% of the adults have two. So that means that the vaccine is working, right? Isn't it? Okay, I don't know how to explain it. So you have vaccines people that inoculated with the vaccine, but the problem is that we have people also having a surge in the problem, and we have this Euro 2020 going on. I'm lost, okay? I'm totally lost. But our neighbor are having a problem, right? Like Malaysia is having their lockdown extended, and no choice because they know that this is a very dangerous time for them. And of course, Indonesia, oh my goodness, is near catastrophe. And now the oxygen prices is going up. So in a way, it's all right. Oxygen now is actually, it's no longer just only like, we go out into the air and you go outside and breathe. Apparently now oxygen become a real problem. And now the prices doubled. And some supplier have already reported shortage. So you see that is happening. But again, like I said, UK have shown us that no worry, be happy. So I'm going to leave it there, okay? Oh my God. All right, now basically, what are the other big reason is that because now they are very confident tell you that the second half of the year, the stock market has going to be up. Even though we have some inflation problem, we have the tightening process, but overall it's all right. They say that September is a magic month for everyone, okay? So why is it a magic month? Well, because Jerome Powell has done a great job in calming the waves in the bond market, and that is also good. And they are going to talk about in Jackson Hole. And of course, September is where extended unemployment benefits run out for Americans. So the question is this, well, that means that there'll be more people going to work again. So, that will create economy. So with the pandemic ongoing, right, that's another question. But of course, look at it. From the start of this year until now, right, the stock market is all up by 14 to 12%. And the way it go up, right, look at it, it seems to be very uniform, right? Even when the NASDAQ came down in May, not so much, right? Look at the way they rebound. Oh my goodness. So it seems that as long as the market cannot be down, so even though consumer price is really at the record level for the last 10 over years, it doesn't matter. Because this is based on all items, all right? I believe it's not the PCE. Okay, all right. So you can see that, right? Most of the traders are now looking at 4,500 for the S&P. So now S&P is trading at 4,000. What's the level now? S&P is trading at 4,300. So we are still at a very good and safe time to buy. All right. So go for it, my friends. Okay. All right. And it says that the stock market can go higher. There's no big risk, even though there's tapering. We all know already. So we know taper is coming in. Doesn't matter because we can go through it. You see that? Look at it. Oh my goodness. Now this is the pitch that the market is trying to tell people, telling you second half of the year, nothing will go wrong. All is well. Go for it. Stock market, new high, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So that is why I tell you this morning, right? I am very impressed with whatever I collected for you guys. Okay. Eric say, let's trade oxygen in the future. I'm pretty sure we'll trade oxygen in the future. All right, so the key indicator shows that we are past peak inflation already and supporting the stock market rally. Wow, okay, why? Because the 5-year break-even rate is now at 2.45%, while the 10-year sits at 2.33%. So which means that, right, the market see inflation falling over a longer time period. So they're telling you now, don't worry, short-term inflation, yeah. But don't worry, long-term, no inflation, or at least reducing. So after rising in May for the highest level in 8 years, okay, now no longer important because now the number has slightly went below the 5-year, okay, slightly below. So take a look, what I mean by slightly, look at this, okay? So the point is this, the market is focusing on here, but whatever is here, not that important. Okay, remember that? So remember what I showed you this picture? Remember this cartoon? All right, remember this one? You see that? That is what they're trying to express in a cartoon. What's that day when I do this cartoon? Some people say, Cal, I don't understand what I'm trying to say. Now, can you understand this? I was trying to get this article for you guys. No, understand. So what is important? That means I'm telling you this, I can charge you from $3.50 to $5 for something, right? A plate of chicken rice. Then after that, it's all right. I give you a discount of 20 cents. I tell you that it's fine. Okay. All right. Anyway, so people like this, the guy who you say I brought up, Iran. All right. He is talking about this worry, billionaire Paul Tudor Jones, Bank America CEO Brian. All of them tell you that they need to ask. They're calling Federal to take their foot off the pedal, right? Because inflation is rising. But sorry, I don't think this will happen in the near term, at least until August, maybe. So that is the reason why I'm telling you this. The market is so damn bullish right now, okay? It's really bull to the core already. So if you are going to chase in, please exercise risk management, okay? That's all I can tell you this. Now, that's the reason why you see the consumer confidence is 127.3. Oh my God. The forecast was 119, and this time around we have the consumer confidence. Now, this is considered soft data, not hard data, all right? So this is consensus and what people actually is looking right now, okay? But tonight is the ADP numbers, okay? ADP numbers. Now, interesting, let's take a look. The previous number was 978,000. The forecast this round is 600,000 because the last one, they came out negative, right? Remember? So the question is what will be this time round, right? I'm going to be telling you up front that should be slightly higher. That means that today I'm looking at slightly higher, maybe about 630 or 650, okay? This is what I'm seeing right now. All right, the rest I can't predict, but I'm gonna kind of telling you that it will be slightly higher because this is how usually it works from the way I look at the equity market moving, okay? So slightly higher is my take for today. All right, so the stock market, well, initially it went up first, then after that it fizzled and ended near the low end, but seriously, from the high to the low, it's only 150 points. It's not even near 1%, so no worry on that itself, right? So the market at the moment now is definitely very, very bullish. There's no reason to panic. Everybody just stay calm and enjoy the ride, put it this way. Everybody just enjoy yourself. The market is kind of cool right now, okay? So no reason to press the panic button at the moment, okay? All right, so that is what's happening right now. So stock market closed little change despite strong reading from home prices and consumer confidence. All right, of course, the Dow Jones did not really reflect because it gave back the gains, but NASDAQ continue, S&P continue, right? And of course, the consumer confidence, I told you, is going up. Now, do understand this. We're talking about the S&P now is on track to register for the 5th straight month of gains, okay? The NASDAQ is pacing for a 7th positive month in the last 8, okay? The Dow Jones, all right, it might be red for the month. It could snap a 4-month winning streak. So it seems to be there is some movement around the funds. The market is moving around. There's some alteration in terms of the movement. But still, like I say, guys, everything is still very positive. All right. Other than Morgan Stanley shares that's going up, all right, because they do share buyback, the rest of the bank did not do well. Apparently, most of the bank shares gave up gains and wait on to the index. So the question is this, why aren't the banks buying? That is the thing that I keep on reminding you guys. Somehow or rather, somewhere doesn't really seem to gel at all. But again, well, this is what I see versus what the market is telling you. So you make your own decision, okay? So basically, the four techs are still buying up, nothing has changed. Crude oil, despite coming down, recovers back over $73 and seems to be right. They're going to go for a new record level once again. Right, so let's look at the Dow Jones yesterday and we learn from it. Okay, so first of all, Dow Jones yesterday opened below the pivot 2, right? And the KSI is red, so likely the market will go down, which the market did. But when it recovers above the pivot 2, right, logically it's a CCRY to buy. But because the KSI is green, so when hit KTR +1 or +2, right, the trader can consider to book profit. That is what you should be doing when you meet something like this. And let's see what happened. Well, initially the market came down and then went sideways, right? Now the thing is this, it was below OP and below pivot 2, right? So, and the KSI on the day chart was great in color. So I was telling you guys at this point, exactly at this point here, I will just inform you that, hey, the whole day the market cannot go down to KTR -1. And that is something very suspicious, right? And I realized that the KSI jumped over here. So KSI jumped and all the way the KSI stay green, right? I know that something is wrong. So before the market went up, I said this, maybe we're going to see KTR +1 soon. Why? Because I told you before, if the market is supposed to sell and cannot sell, and if it stretches from morning till about the afternoon, still cannot go down, right? Then usually it will go up. Remember this? Those who remember that I said this, all right, please key the word REM right now. If you remember that I told you guys that if the KSI on the day chart shows a certain color, but the intraday movement doesn't really move, doesn't reach that point, that means the opposite will likely happen. If you remember that, please key REM for me, all right? REM stands for remember lah, of course. All right, thank you, King Hua. Once again, every morning, King Hua will get me some black coffee. Thank you. Yes, Han Yu, Anthony, Eric, Carl, Allison, Jerry, y'all remember that, right? The thing is this is like help, but isn't that this something like very ambiguous and doesn't have any logic behind it? Well, think about this. Imagine that you're supposed to be very, very sad today, suppose, but the whole day itself, right? Everything goes smooth, okay? It doesn't really go down. So, of course, when suddenly a good news come in or some movement come in, you get, wow, you get this immediate reaction. So that's why you notice that the whole entire day for about half of the day, the Dow Jones just cannot go down despite the KSI is red, despite this below the pivot 2, right? So we know that if the market stays above OP, with the KSI is green, it's just a matter of time you see this. And truth be told, bang, the market went up already. Okay? So that is the reason why, when it comes to trading, right, there's one more element on this. You must remember time factor, T-I-M-E, time. Whereas time factor means that if you're supposed to have something, occurrence supposed to happen, but it doesn't happen, then the opposite will happen. It's like a bit of Newton's third law like that. Okay? Got the idea? I repeat myself. If based on certain thing that you expect to happen, but it doesn't happen, then the opposite will happen. Can see my point here? Right, this is something that you can pick it up along the time, okay? So there's a reason why traders, when they see something like this, they know something is wrong and they will flip the position. This is something that is feel inside there, okay? All right, Brian and this Fred, Rachel and Wilson / Eunice, thank you guys for remembering it. Okay, so that was what happened for the Dow Jones. And of course, after the Dow Jones hit the KTR +1, BMB, a very big one, reversed downwards and then come back down again and ended flat. So ended flat means we have a doji, right? Yeah, we have a doji. So we have to watch the market. Okay, so let's watch the market now. Okay, now we have the China A50 trading higher. Okay, so it seems to be good, right? But do note, look carefully, we are having a bit of death crossover, right? That means that, look at it, the moving average shows now that the MA30 is crossing below the MA200. So actually, we are having a death cross, okay? A death cross on the China A50, okay? So I'm going to be very clear here, is that today's MLP is something about 17,490 range. So which means that now the China A50 has just traded on it. Now, you had to stay above for the upside, okay? It has to stay above. But if it goes up and pulls back down, then we have some selling. And if it breaks below OP, then there'll be even more selling to come. So that is the concern I have for the China A50, okay? So those who love China A50, kindly take note of what I just shared earlier. Now, for the Hang Seng, well, early this in the morning, it opened and trade higher, but now seemingly has gave up all the gains and now is trading lower right now. But the thing is this, the difference between these two is that China A50 is trading above the MA30 and also above the MA200, right? So it's actually still on the positive side. So not too sure why there's a difference between them, but we did see that the Hang Seng yesterday was kind of bearish yesterday. Every time when the market goes up, right, the market sell down. So not too sure why. Now, of course, if you ask me this question 5 years ago, right, I'll tell you easily, Hong Kong usually will lead the market, which means that if Hong Kong go up before the US market, right, usually US market will also follow through. All right, but of course, at the moment now, it doesn't really work this way because there's so much manipulation. But if you want to tell me this, well, probably the reason why now Hong Kong is still coming down is probably the reason why Dow Jones yesterday eventually fizzled off. So maybe that is a relationship. We won't know, but definitely for sure now, Hong Kong is trading below at 29,000. There is a small possibility that it may come down all the way down to the MA30, right? If we hit MA30, there should be some intermittent support there. Okay, so we watch out for that. Okay. All right, so that's Hong Kong. But you look at the Hong Kong chart right now today. Well, can you see this? It's supposed to be update. It went up earlier. Let's take a 5-minute chart. Now, Hang Seng 5-minute chart has went up, right? But by right, the day chart is KSI green and it's above pivot 1. By right, we should see it going to KTR +1, right? Easily. Right now, it's not happening. So if you do this, we basically fast forward the tape and we do the same thing here. If this is the BMB right now, you can see BMB and this is CCYR. If the market stays below OP, there is a possibility for the Hang Seng to hit 28,947, because since it cannot go up to KTR plus 1, then if the forces bring it down, it should be able to go down all the way to KTR minus 1. So I'm doing this like a live demonstration to tell you that, to see whether does this really happen. All right, so for traders who want to take a shot on the market, this is a risk-taking trader. There's a risk involved. So if you think you can handle the risk, then you take on this trade because the KSI is green. All right, so this is a risky trader. But if you think you can handle the risk, then by all means go ahead. Okay? Got the idea? Yeah? Okay, Hang Seng seems to be like really coming down. All right, those who want to take this risk, you can go ahead. All right, it's coming down. So those who have shorted, please make sure that you put your stop loss in place and stuff like that. Okay, so this is just to show you how you actually use the time factor to trade in the market. Time factor. Okay. All right. Okay, so let's look at the Dow Jones, shall we? Now the Dow Jones, we have a doji day, doji, D-O-J-I. Doji stands for for Japanese candlesticks, is where the opening price and the closing price is very near one another, created like a cross shape. And when you have a doji day, usually the next day we're going to have a directional day. Okay, so directional day, let me bring to you, give you understanding here. Something like this, okay? Can you see this? This is a doji. Then the next day, the market goes more towards upside. So if it stays above OP, it will generally go higher. Okay, so you can see this another one again, doji, right? Next day, initially it came down first, Then after that, it recovers and went above the OP. And normally the next day, the day after doji day, the market will be directional, which means that the closing will be near the high or near the low. So that's another reason why today will be a good trading day for all the Dow traders. So again, doji. Now, of course, my definition of doji is that the body shouldn't be more than 20% of the entire candle. So example, if the high to the low of the candle is 100 range, right? The body, which is the opening and the closing, cannot be more than 20. Okay, anything above 20, to me, in my opinion, is not a doji. Okay, so definitely today is a doji day. Yesterday is a doji, and likely today will be a directional day. So as long as the market stays above OP, right, today likely the Dow will stay and close at the high. On the flip side, if the market don't trade below OP, then there is a small possibility for the Dow to close at the low. Okay, all right. Now, of course, would there be a possibility of two doji? Can you see that? There's a two doji, right? So after two doji, usually means that bigger direction is coming in, and of course the Dow collapse over here. So will that do the same thing again? I don't know. All right, I really don't know. But I just saw the price of Hang Seng came down already, right? Congratulations, yay! Live trading, yay! Congratulations. All right, wow. Dow, the Hang Seng has taken profit. Yes, correct. Wow, just now we just talked about it just moments ago. We say that you can sell here and take profit at KTR minus 1, and we are done. Yay. So how? Anyone make money from the market? If you have made money from the Hang Seng, please key the word made money, right? Or profit also can. Profit HK or HK profit, whatever. Just key there. If you have made money, please key there. All right, I did. Okay, I did make money over there, so I'm going to key there for myself. Okay, yeah. HK profit. Okay, yay. Okay, all right. So congratulations to you guys. Okay, so only one I-Link entered. That's all. That's all. Okay, doesn't matter. As long as you guys make money, I'm happy for you. Remember that end of the day is very clear, guys. As long as you guys make money from the market, we are always happy for you. There's there's nothing about, you and me, what's our difference. As long as you guys are doing well, we are going to be very, very happy for you as an individual. All right. So that is my point here. Okay, Bernard. Yay, well done, Bernard. Well done, well done. Okay, all right. Okay, so back to the Dow Jones. Okay, let's just now reevaluate what's happening right now. The Dow Jones have a BMB 2 days ago. So that means that the Dow Jones can either be up by, let me take a look again, I can't remember. The Dow Jones, the range is about 340 points, right? So we're going to see a up 340 points or down 340 points from here. Okay, now the thing is this, the MA 200 is very interesting. And look carefully, sorry, the MA 30, right? Look at the MA 30. The MA 30 got supported once, got supported twice, got supported third time. So yesterday, the MA 30 again did its magic. Moment touched there only, it rebounded. I think Colin, you called it right yesterday for this, right? Well done, Colin. I heard that Colin is doing very well for your trading. Continue do well, Colin. Keep on doing that. Jerry, make money. Good. Jerry, it's a high time you make money from the market. Okay, keep on doing the great work. Okay, Colin. Jerry. Okay, I want you to be successful. Okay. Yeah. Okay. All right. So let me just do some. The messages just keep on coming in non-stop right now. Just give me a moment, guys. So many messages coming in. Okay, done. Okay, so congrats. I think MA Camper. Well done. Okay, I see. Well done. Thanks, Eric, for calculating for us the 337.5 marker. Okay, thank you. All right, so what I'm trying to say is this. That means for 3 days in a row, the Dow Jones got supported at the MA 30. So when this type of thing happened, right, there's only one answer to this. That means we're going to have big movement soon. I can tell you that we're going to have big movement soon. Very big movement. So let's do the mathematics here, okay? Let me do the maths. I tell you how to do the maths, okay? Now, today opening price, right? Today opening price is 34,298, right? Okay, listen, Okay, now the thing that the BMB range itself, right, is 337 point, right? Okay, let me make it simple, 338, okay, 338, okay. Right, so the mathematics is like this, okay? That means that if you were to buy Dow Jones above OP, because you think that the Dow is going to go up, right? Because the doji is there, and you think that the Dow is going to go up, right? So what you're going to do is this, from the opening price here to the high is about another 225 points, okay? 225, okay? So which means that if you think that the Dow is going to go up, right? You're going to take the opening price, which is 34,000, okay, 298 plus 225 points plus 338 points, which is basically, right, you're going to take profit at 34,861 around there. So which means that, right, from the current opening price of 298, that means that, right, there's 500 points for you. That means that if you buy the Dow Jones above opening price today and you hold it all the way, all right, it's going to be at least a 500 points move for you, okay? You understand? So that is the upside of it. Now, the downside of it, right, same thing, right? If the market goes down and down, it'll be down by 338 points, okay? Now, the opening price is at 234,298, right? Okay, so which means that, okay, now the current price now is a bit nearer to the bottom. So that's why the mathematics, okay, from opening price here to the BNB SL is 111 points. So 111 points plus 338 points is about 449. So which means that if you short the Dow Jones now below OP and take profit, right, at the 338, you make about 449 points, okay? Got an idea? So it's either that today you're going to make 500 points or you're going to make from the upside or 449 points on the downside. Okay, so this is what you can consider to do this. So I'm going to do a little test here with all of you, okay? All right, so the thing is this, I'm asking you guys now that how many of you can actually do this? That means that today we do a doji directional test. Now, which means that if you can, based on rules, of course, based on rules, if you can, you sell or you buy and you held your position until the market hit the BNB level. Okay, whether you buy or you sell, you held on the position until it hit the BNB level. Of course, there must be a stop loss. Okay, if the stop loss means that if it goes again, if you are buying and the market goes down by a certain point, maybe like 50 points, you should cut a position, right? I think that makes a lot of sense. Something like that. Okay, now if you can really hold it, right, long or short position and held it all the way to the 1x1 of the BNB, and you show me to me, I will buy you a very nice lunch. Okay, very nice lunch. Okay, are we clear with that? How many of you is up for it? How many of you is up for it? 67 of you right now. How many of you will want to try this? There must be stop loss. That means that stop loss you do yourself. You want to stop loss at any stage, you can stop loss, but the TP, you must hold all the way up or hold all the way down. How many of you are going to take this challenge here? Okay, so Colin is taking the challenge. Okay, if you want to take this challenge, key the word me. Okay, Arun is taking the challenge. Okay, so 2% taking the challenge. Okay, so this is going live. Okay, going live right now at 10 o'clock, 30th of June. Anybody else, just hold your position with a stop loss. Okay, you can do it multiple times, but make sure that you must hold that position all the way to the BNB level. Okay. Right, so Eric is also going to do that. Excellent. So I'm going to put a love shape on the 3 individuals now. Anyone else? Ladies, anyone to do that? You know, remember this, you have to have stop loss. Don't just tell me, hey, Kel, I want to vote for your this thing, so I held all the way for 500 point stop loss. I'm going to strangle you alive. All right, you have to administrate stop loss for this, okay? But I want you to hold that position until it hit the BNB point. There's a whole exercise here to basically let you understand what is risk-reward ratio. Risk small, big profit, okay? Either you buy or you sell. This one I leave it to you to decide, okay? Good, 3 of you. So Colleen, Arun, and Eric. Okay, settled. All right, the 3 of you will be my, we'll do it, okay? Will I be doing that also? Well, I will also do that, okay? I will also do that, so 4 of us. Oh, Angeline is doing it. Wow, excellent, Angeline, huh? Okay, wow, we have the only rose among the thorns, okay, doing that. Any more? 4% already. Colleen, Arun, Eric, Angeline, Cal, 5. Okay, who knows, huh? We all may make money and then go for a makan together, 5 of us. Okay, all right. Okay, so we come back to this later, all right? But the next thing is this. Where's the MA200? Well, the MA200 is very far away already. That's the reason why the market is so bullish right now, okay? The weekly chart at the moment now, you can see the weekly chart is having a bit of pullback, and that's the reason why they're saying that, right? This market kind of like a week at the moment. Well, I think this is still too early. We are still very early to the week, so don't need to worry about that. But to the month, yes, the month we are overall down, okay? Month chart, right? Now, month chart, this is the month chart for you, FYI. Now, the month chart now, we are marginally away from ending as a close negative month, all right? We are like probably 150 points away. So if today or this week, the Dow can go by 150 points, we are back to positive again, okay? All right, just take note of that, okay? This is what's happening right now. Hang Seng is recovering. See, I told you that. See, rebounded off from pivot 1. See, our pivot is so powerful. Okay, this is the NASDAQ. Now, this is the NASDAQ but before we go to NASDAQ, sorry, I jump back to Dow, to the Dow first today. Sorry, jump around. Okay, now Dow Jones today. What happened? Wait a minute. Let's confirm again. What happened, guys? Dow Jones, what happened? What is missing there? May I know what's missing there on the Dow Jones? Anyone can tell me? Dow Jones, what is missing there? Anybody? Right? No one talking? No pivot. Pivot, yes. Today, pivot is missing. All right, Louis, Joseph, Bahir, Colleen, Eric, Azar, Eileen, Diana. Right, the pivot is missing. Now, it's not that it's not the indicator is spoiled. It's missing for a reason. Okay. So today is a no pivot day. Oh my God, today is an ADP day and today got no pivot. Hey, and yesterday is a doji. So you see, guys, remember Arun have already said before, and he have already suspected that when there's no pivot day, that means that the opening price is the main dictator of the market. So above OP, generally the market will be up. Below OP, generally the market will be down. And some more yesterday is a doji day. So today will be a very interesting day. Okay? So traders, today you really need to be on screen, eyes peeled, watch the market and enjoy this game. All right? Follow the rules. I'm pretty sure you end very handsomely profitable by today. Okay? Very. Okay? Unless bang, we have two doji. Okay? All right. But with the ADP today, I don't think we have that. Chance of having a doji on ADP day, kind of low, I tell you that. So that's the reason why today I'm very excited. Okay? I'm pretty excited over this. Guys, today is your make money day. Don't waste this opportunity. Okay? Stay cool. Remember the OP rule. Remember the color change. Trade with it. Make money. Okay? Clear? This is right. Really, I spent so long time talking about this. If today you don't make money, the 69 of you guys have wasted your time, not mine. Okay, you wasted your own time. Okay, Arun, are you ready for today? Carl, Eric, Colleen, right? All of you guys, are you ready for today? Now, these are names of people who are trading professionally, right? Okay. All right. Now, this is the NASDAQ. The NASDAQ. Oh my God, look at it. Ever since the NASDAQ crossed the MA30, I've been very bullish on the NASDAQ, and you can see that only until it hit 14,400, right? That's where I kind of like telling you guys, try to leave your foot from the accelerator to be very careful. So of course, we do see a pullback 3 days ago, but before we can say pullback, wow, the NASDAQ went up again, right? So in case you would ask me that, hey, come on, Cal, it wasn't accurate. Hey, come on, I can't be that pretty. I can't know where's the absolute high. I can only tell you this, we are coming to the point of insanity level for the NASDAQ, right? So the higher it goes, the better it is, correct enough? Because the higher it goes, right, the 5% is much more alluring, correct enough? The 5% now is at 13,883. Right, that means that we're talking about the 5% range is getting bigger because as the price goes higher, right, the percentage also get bigger, right? The percentage is the same, but the range gets bigger. So to me is that I look at it, I like it very much. I kind of like it. So the question is this, but Cal, how can the NASDAQ come down? Well, I told you that one and only reason is the tapering. But again, if Federal Reserve is not going to taper, there's nothing can be happening. So as long as there's no tapering, the NASDAQ will keep us going higher because the money keep on coming into the system. And I told you guys there's a lot of money going into the system because money is going out from financial sector. So that is why growth seems to be the new meme counter. All right. So this is the NASDAQ, totally bullish. Nothing more to add. Okay. So that is the NASDAQ still got space to go higher. Candle still long. Candle still long? Meaning what? We are at all-time high, huh? Okay. Yeah, this is the NASDAQ chart, all-time high. Okay. Now, if you look at this, the whole thing here, just fun of it. This is the high, this is the low, right? This is the before the pandemic time. This is during the pandemic time. This is the number of boxes, right? So you can see this on the grid here. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5.5 boxes, right? Look at it. Now it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, half, 6, 7, 8. Almost 9 already. So that we basically, right, the pandemic time, we are now more than 1 times 1 the pandemic itself. Okay. So this is like telling you pandemic, come on, no worry. Just stick with it. Okay. All right. So that's what's happening. All right. Since I'm drawing this drawing, I'm going to show it another drawing that I draw to a friend of mine. I take the lowest point here. Okay. Wait, let me just change the color for you. Doing live right now. Okay. I take this, the lowest point, and I link to this point here. Okay, if you look at it, if I link it up, here, yeah, okay. So seriously, we're talking about the trend is still very strong, very bullish. So anytime if the NASDAQ ever come down, okay, if you ever come down on profit taking, all right, even it comes down, right, it will just hit this point here. That's why I say the 95% mark, right, is likely be the level that I believe the NASDAQ will stop again when it come back down. Yeah, indeed. So I can only say this, if once the NASDAQ do give me a pretty clear indication, that is where I will be shorting the NASDAQ, and then I will be aiming at either the MA30 or the 95% mark. Right? I'll let you guys know now when this really happened. Okay, because I say trading is like this, when the risk reward ratio is fixed and fundamentals come in line, the time factor, if we're able to show all this little thing, then you can go for it. But at the moment now, not yet. Okay, not yet. Born ready. Okay, all right. So that is a NASDAQ. So let's look at the NASDAQ day chart. Okay, NASDAQ day chart today. Okay, now NASDAQ day chart, I need to ask you guys to do a mathematics for me. Remember, I told you there's a zebra here. All right, remember the zebra? Yeah, okay. So the low of this zebra to the high of this zebra, the point is about 370 point, right? 370 point. So this high on the NASDAQ, on the red bar high, the red bar high is 14221. So the range is, I told you guys, 370 points, right? Correct or not? Okay, so plus 370 points, you get 14,591. Yay! Yes, this is the zebra. I told you about 370 points. I told you that the NASDAQ, if it goes above the zebra, it will go up by 370 points. And we are here. Wow, you see that? This is technical analysis at its best. And I'm going to tell you up front here, based on my understanding, when a market do a one-time one in this type of movement, usually there will be a pullback. Usually there will be a pullback, okay? A pullback of how much? I won't know, maybe like, 1% or 2%, but there will be a pullback. So now I'm going to put my thing into here to inform you guys formally that we are now at the 590 marker here. So which means that, right, we have already hit the one-time one. So those who are long in the NASDAQ, kindly, if you don't take profit yet, you can still continue hold your position, but please take some profit now at this level here. And then, of course, do some SWL, okay? I kind of suspect that the NASDAQ should be coming down a little bit, okay? Maybe not the full-fledged downside, but 100 points, 150 points, I think is kind of expected, okay? Okay, guys? Cool on this? Well done. So I tell you this, the zebra, really good, okay? Even though you get whacked by the zebra, don't worry. I have found a way to win back from the zebra. So those days at zebra, you get hurt, right? Initially, you come to the TWB System 1 and 2, we always say we hit zebra, we leave with it, right? Now I found you a way to win back the money from zebra. See? Cool, right? Okay? So those who remember this, okay? So if you remember that I talked about the zebra in the Super Tuesday and all the MAO, please keep it with zebra right now, ZEBRA, so that, you guys can validate that I said this before on the on this NASDAQ. Okay, that's why the lines are there. Okay, S&P 500 today. Well, S&P, the new all-time high yesterday. Well, again, S&P really, really very strong. Okay, now, but of course, for those PTP trained, you should notice that the ROC, the rate of change, is getting smaller. So today, the S&P, the very important MLP point, is at 42.92. All right. Now, S&P, the last few days, they keep on going higher. Short sellers got hit. That is very normal. But of course, the same thing again, it's always risk-reward ratio management, okay? Even if you get hit for 4 or 5 times, right, as long as you stick with it, and remember, when the time to sell, if you sell, even if you come back down, you should be rewarded again, all right? So the MA30 for today, for the S&P is 42.43 level. So MLP 42.92, a level to watch. 42.43 is the MA30. Now, of course, the 95% is very far away. It's 40.85. So the question is this, will it come down to here? Well, I think it's going to be tough unless something terrible really happen. Okay, thank you guys for contributing. The Zebra, Jerry, King Hua, Wilson, all right, Eunice, Eddie, Eric, Fred. Okay, thank you guys. All right, so that is the S&P. Let's look at S&P, the chart right now. S&P today is opening price is between the two pivot point, but the KSI is red in color. So which means that if the market do come down, KTR -1 is most probably will be the happening, okay? So watch out for this. So today, NASDAQ is a buy. S&P must be careful. The Dow Jones got no pivot. So today, 3 different market, 3 different way of trading. You guys must know what to do, okay? Very different, not easy day, all right? So do your best, huh? All right. Okay, so we have that. Hong Kong, let's take a look again. Hong Kong has came down earlier, but now it's off the lows. It's basically off the, this is the MA, the MA 30 right now, okay? Then this China has reversed. It's all the gains given back. Initially it was upright, but I told you there's MLP here. And of course, what happened? The market hit the MLP and pulled back. That's the reason why M Trader love MLP. If you know how to use MLP, right, every day you know what to do. Just either you buy or you sell, all right? You just don't care. One simple line rule the world, okay? So simple as that, okay? So guys, MLP. Now, DAX. Now, Uncle Arun, congratulations again. Yesterday, I did tell you, as long as the market stay above MLP and above MA30, and the number I gave to you was 15,600. As long as the DAX stays above 15,600 yesterday, straight away the DAX went up, right? And I specifically give you a technical level take profit, and that's 15,747. Remember, Uncle Arun? This is the number that I gave to you, 15,747. And of course, yesterday, brilliantly, the DAX really hit the level and pull back. So you see that? That's why maybe Uncle Arun like my MAO, because I do all the homework for him already. Okay, so today, very simple. The MA30 is going to be somewhere around 15,616. The MLP, sorry, the MA30, yeah, the MLP is somewhere about 15,630. So from what I'm seeing right now, it's going to be pretty clear. DAX will go up again. It will likely challenge again the same number, 15,747. Now, the support should be somewhere at the MLP range, and that should be around 15,630. So with all the ECB money pumping in the system, right, it's going to be very, very tough. All right, very, very tough for the market to go down. And look at the way they pump out, right, in one single day. This tell you that the market is full of money. Of course, is there any, if we look at the DAX chart for a moment, now there's no zebra, so I also cannot give you anything to tell you about the potential upside or downside. But definitely one thing is that we have a CCRY on the DAX chart. So today, undeniable, there is a possibility for the DAX to break all-time high, okay? There is a possibility for the DAX to break all-time high. All right, so that is the indices right now. Let's look at the commodities at the moment. Commodities, we are having pretty clear that gold yesterday, we have a very flat day. Then about 1-2 p.m., there was uptick to about 1779 level. Then after that, it went all the way down, okay? So the thing is this, I think there's some error here. I think this chart is error. Ignore this. This chart is not equivalent. Somewhere it's wrong. Okay, but remember, I did say yesterday during the MAO, all right, thank you, brother. Thank you, Uncle Arun. All right, so yesterday I talked about gold. I say that gold will be coming down to 1761, right? And indeed, gold really came down to 1761. Now, yesterday, gold was only at 1774. Okay, so of course, everybody got their own opinion in the market. So I won't say who's right, who's wrong, right? End of the day, as long as you guys make money, that is more important. So this is what happened on gold yesterday. So at the moment now, right now, gold is going lower because the dollar is actually recovering. And I told you guys, if the dollar is going up, gold will be coming down. It's been proven. And of course, there are some technicians say that they have break some critical level, and now this is time to get out of gold. When I see all this information, I get very excited because the same thing again, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, when crypto was at the lower end, every person I meet, they're telling me crypto will crash. I say that no, it'll recover, and now it's up. It's always like that, okay? So that is something that you must understand. So let's just review what happened yesterday on gold. Now, gold opening price yesterday was between the two pivot, right? And by right, with the KSI is red, as long as it goes below OP, it's a sell. And of course, if you go below P2, confirm sell. This is something that you guys learn every single day during MAO. I've been repeating this like a broken recorder. I only hope to achieve that you guys just remember. So when the market go below OP and pivot 2, I know that gold will likely be going lower. And indeed, it went down to 1750. Now, remember this, I told you guys about gold trading, right? Gold trading every $50 is a milestone, $50, okay? It means that if it's at 1700, the next milestone is 1750, next milestone 1800, then another 1750. So these are the $50 milestone. All right, if you don't believe me, you just take the $50, every $50, right? You put a line, a horizontal line, right? And you put it to the M15 chart, right? You will see a very interesting phenomenon there. Okay, very cool little thing that I've observed, and I shared this with you before, right? Okay, so what happened yesterday? Pretty clear. Gold was sideways in the morning as usual. Then after that, it began to come down. Now, the first test, when it came down, you notice that, oh my goodness, the low of the day and our pivot 2 was identical. The low of that day at that moment was identical. So that's the reason why I tell you this. Our pivot, we are not the only one in the world that no pivot, my friends. Someone else that's much bigger than me, no pivot too. And we are just actually using it at the same time. Then after that, when it goes up, right, and couldn't go any higher, it came back down again. And this time around, we have the first sign of CCYR. But because the color change did not really manifest at the pivot 2, some of you didn't do the trade, fine, no problem. Now at this junction here, if you ask me, Cal, CCRY above pivot 2, above KTR -1, is it a buy? The answer is a yes. And the KCX was there, so it's confirmed, yes. And the KSI was green, yes again. No blue bar, yes again. So everything was a yes. So if you have bought gold at that moment, not wrong. But if you didn't take profit because the entry to this point is about $5, you should have taken partial profit first, like $2, $3, because it's a KCX trade. But if you didn't do that, then what happened? This is something that you don't want to see. This is a BMB. This is a color change. This is a color change that break again KTR -1 and also pivot 2. So which means that when at the opening price of this candle, opening price, you can already short the gold itself because it's below OP, it's below pivot 2, it's a color change, it's a BMB, it triggered KTR, it basically also triggered pivot. This is all the absolute reason to go short in gold at the opening price of the bar. You do not need to wait until it closed below then short. That's ridiculous. So that's the reason why people shorted gold and obviously profited as gold go down to KTR -2 and even go to KTR -3. And you notice this after that itself, it says supported at the TSCB point. So all I can tell you is this, guys. Don't you find it very amazing that all the color change incidentally will happen around the pivot and you just have to follow, exercise, and trade? Crazy, right? I mean, the thing is that how the hell we know, right? No one will know that there should be a color change at the pivot. And what is pivot? It's not even known in the world, but we know it. That is the reason why you guys should have made money yesterday from gold. Okay, right. So congratulations to those who made money from gold yesterday. All right. So let's about gold today, shall we? Now let's look at gold today. Okay, now gold today. Now today gold is a bit different. Don't be confused. Today gold is now trading above the pivot 1. Gold is trading above pivot 1 and is above OP, right? Naturally. So today, if gold can stay above pivot 1, CCRY is a buy. But because the KSI is red in color, so that means that the expectation must be kept limited. So it's either KTR +1 or KTR +2. Take some profit, okay? Don't hang on unless you want to hold it for a long time. Okay? That is the first thing to look out for today. But of course, if the market pulls back below the opening price, then naturally it should be going down towards pivot 2, and that's 1738. And that happened to be the TSCB level at 1740, and also very near to the KCB at 1736 level, okay? Now, at the moment, I say as long as the market stay above the pivot 2 at 1762, you cannot sell, okay? Don't do that. Don't do that, okay? Because it's above OP, above pivot 1. If you trust the system, please don't do that, okay? It's not good for you, okay? The weekly chart says very clearly now that it's staying above the 1762 mark. And the goal yesterday, although it came down, it was below the MA30 and MA200, right? But kind of interesting, it held slightly below the 1761 level in the morning, but now it's trading above it. So for conventional and Fibonacci, right, sometimes you have to give and take. All right, so now it's very clear, as long as gold stays above 1761, there is no reason for gold to go down at this moment here, okay? Because it seems to be kind of supported at here now at 1761, so it should be supported here. If it goes up, 1779 could be a level to watch out for in the near term, okay? Okay, guys, so you guys get the clue for today for gold. I really hope you do well, okay? All right, this is something cool today. So make sure you trade and prosper. That is very, very important. Okay, huh? All right. Now, silver, I do silver, right? The indicator for silver will be ready very soon. I'll try to get that ready by today or tomorrow. Now, this is silver chart. Silver day chart today still is also trading above the pivot 1. So it looks good to buy for silver, but the KSI is also red. Look very the same like gold, right? Yeah. Then also there's a new KCX at the bottom for silver. So guys, for silver, if it stays above OP, above pivot 1, it's a buy, okay, for silver. Okay, huh? All right. Okay, so that is all the market. Now we'll get the commodities market, which is crude oil. Now, crude oil pulls back. I told you guys, it's pulled back already, but once it pulled back, the buying came back again. So we're getting nearer and nearer to the MA30. So now it's $71.22. So I'm still waiting for the crude oil to come down to the MA30 first. But I'm not going to put a buy limit order there. Do not put a buy limit order there because you have seen before, you hit a buy limit order, it goes down, right? So I would rather this happen. It comes down, break, then recover. Then that is where I will buy. I think that will be a better choice. Okay, if those who are get gusto one, they want to go and queue and buy cheaper, you go ahead, but low can go lower. So be very, very careful on this, okay? Don't get caught. All right, thank you, Mandy. Okay, so that will be all for the commodities and everything. I hope you guys like this MAO in the morning. Today MAO, it definitely is full of very powerful stuff. If you want to stay on for the second half of the MAO, stay tuned. All right, I'll be back in 15 seconds time. Okay, bye-bye. Okay, guys, 15 seconds has completed. Okay, so let's just look at the second half, the alternate market views. Now, today, not much information because the market is very lackluster, but there's something that I want to tell you, and that's pretty in line with what I give you the challenge earlier for the Dow Jones, okay? I'll tell you why in about 4 or 5 slides later. Now, first of all, record surge in home prices is always good. But apparently, they are saying you're right. The reason why the price is going up is supposed to be transitory. So the problem comes here. So if the Americans' hope is going to be based on transitory, then the question is the current exuberance how? So this is the current condition with expectation. And now we are so-called at a record level. But the problem is that will this actually be able to continue? Because the last time when you see something like this, it was back in 2008 and 9 before the Lehman crisis. And of course, the market collapsed. So the question is this so-called record high home prices, is it going to be transitory, or is it because really the economy is doing well, or people are getting wealthier? So all this plays a part, and that's why we need to be careful on this. But this is the one that I'm really very concerned now. This is the one. This is the JP Morgan versus Bank of America, Goldman Sachs, Citibank, Wells Fargo, and Morgan Stanley. All right, these are the top banks in America. But very interestingly, only Morgan Stanley is doing higher because they have share buyback. But the rest of the US, all the bank shares are trading lower. So this is where I'm getting very concerned. Now, one way is that because maybe the funds have moved from the value counter to growth counter. But again, in all these journals that I write, right, every other day I write my journal, it does tells me that when the bank shares are coming off, right, it's never a good sign in the market. It's never a good sign in the market. So I'm going to give you a quick one on this. Let's take a look at all the bank shares. A very, very fast one, okay? Hold on. Let's take a look, everybody. So let's go through the list. Excuse me. We have the Bank of America. Okay, you can see that coming down. There we have Citibank coming down on the day chart, okay? We have Goldman Sachs. Okay, Goldman Sachs went up, but now it's off the high, pulling down. Beautifully hit the KCB level. Beautifully, you see, very nice. Perfect, no, my friends, perfect, no? The KCB was $3,377.90. Yesterday, the Goldman Sachs really hit the same figure. Yes, yesterday, our KCB, I saw this chart. All right, this is the KCB, right, at 377.90. Yesterday, Goldman Sachs really hit 377.90. And after that, what happened? Goldman Sachs price came down. So imagine this. Imagine this TWB system is in America, used by Americans. Oh my goodness, okay? We definitely will be doing very well. That is why I say the world globalization of using our system, if we can really achieve that, I tell you, 24 hours will be all the way busy. I tell you that. Okay, there's a Goldman Sachs. This is JP Morgan. Oh my goodness. Also came down. Open high came down. And yeah, that's it. I don't know the rest already. Okay, so this is telling you that we have a bit of problem at the moment. Traders must be very careful because you can see that this is a higher low formation, but the KSI is red in color. This is not a good sign. Actually, it's a very dangerous sign. All right. Now, look at the US dollar. Now, although they are saying that there's no inflation, everything's okay, the yields are down, but the dollar cannot lie, right? The dollar is moving up every other day. For the last few days, the dollar is going up. So this tells you that the boys are buying. And that means that there is a shift in terms of the dollar value. Hence, therefore, right, there could be real tapering coming up soon. So that is another reason why I say this. Although the mainstream media is telling you this, telling you that, but the real thing is this, the dollar movement cannot lie. So the dollar already went up by quite a few points from the low end, and while the yields are down, so this tells me that, right, the boys are actually buying back the dollar. Okay, there's some dollar buying. So that's the reason why you have this goal not able to go higher. That is the reason. Now, this is the final slide. This is the VIX index. Now, you look carefully at VIX index. Can you see this last candle? The last candle shows that it have tapped the low, went down lower than the previous 2 days low, and now it closed above the 15 marker. All right, it means that it went below 15 and then closed above the 15 marker, closed at 16. And if you look at the last many months, we are now at the lowest end of the VIX index. So now, if you look at it, whenever the VIX index hit the 15 marker, usually there will be an explosive movement, okay? An explosive movement, all right? Something like this. So today we have a doji day. Today we have the no pivot day. Today we have the VIX indicator behaving like that. I just cannot deny myself that today I believe will be a solid day to trade. And of course, yesterday was one of the lowest trading volume on S&P 500 since the half day of Christmas Eve. So yesterday, either everybody is watching the Germany-England game, or everybody just keep quiet, not trading, or because they're all preparing for something big. So all these things tells me that today, tomorrow, Friday will be an absolute great day for trading. Okay, great days for trading. So guys, that will be my wrap for today. I hope you enjoy my MAO. As I say again, every day, my MAO, I will always do my best to give you, things that you need to know. I really do the homework for you. You just have to remember and use it well, okay? I hope you enjoyed this MAO. And again, I'll see you guys later. Right, today we have afternoon MAO at 2 p.m. Right, see you guys. Bye-bye. Right, do me a favor, do like and send me all the emoticons so that I can record it for the last 5 seconds. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye-bye.